Fire is suspected to have been a case of arson, as in the CSA's statement. Well, but of course, many traders are wondering. They, of course, rebuilt about 6 months ago. They are expected to rebuild again today. Where is resilience for their businesses going to come from? How can you, as a business, protect yourself against such cases and incidences so as to remain in operations? Well, to speak into that conversation, I have with me here in Studio Washington, he is the chair of the Bima Intermediaries Association of Kenya. That, of course, is a body which brings together all insurance agents in the country. He, of course, is a man with years and years of experience in the insurance industry. Welcome, Washington.
Thanks, Peter.
Now, first off, the fact of the matter is that these fires keep occurring time and time again. Insurance companies are expected to insure these people. But why don't these traders have insurance? Why do you think they are so exposed?
First of all, Peter, the issue of the very nature of the combat traders makes them high risk as far as insurance concepts is concerned.
Yes.
Because the insurance concept is all about managing risk. But in the Gekomba situation, you find their risk to a certain extent cannot be managed. The concept should be, Peter, I should be able to protect my goods properly.
Yes.
So that whatever happens is accidental. Accidental as far as you took proper care, maximum care.
Yes.
Before anything happens.
And just to interrupt you, because part of the statement we have had today, the city-county government promising to help traders rebuild, in itself, that statement is a bit of a challenge because the traders have shanties. They're mostly made of paper, iron sheets, and wood, very flammable material, as you say, very risky and almost a certain in case of an inferno later on.
That's right.
Why don't we see the county government coming in to build modern structures? Say, for example, that they will put up a modern concrete market there with proper fire equipment, proper fire suppression systems, a bit of organization in terms of movement. Why haven't we seen any movements despite the continuous cases of fire in this area?
Peter, now you want to get me into politics?
Yes.
Because now, I guess those are just political statements meant to appease those short-term gains. Because, Peter, if they did this in consultation with the insurance industry, with the experts, we are there to offer them actually the expertise that they want to build up structures like that. Not just, like you're saying, flammable materials is what constitutes the whole of Gekomba, cartons and stuff. You know, everything is just temporary structures. So if they really want to do good, then can we see them doing good all along and consulting the experts? Because you're consulting the experts, Peter, there's nothing much they'll be doing. It will come back again.
Yes.
You know, and like I keep on saying, insurance, if we don't have proper structure so you can be able to put fire extinguishers, you can be able to lock up where the goods are, because I guess, I don't know where the goods are kept overnight in Gekomba.
They have small rooms. But,
small rooms.
Then they have to bring them out in the open later on. But those rooms also catch fire and all the stuff burns in containers.
So even the rooms themselves are not insurable, so to speak.
Yes.
You know? So it's a big, and the biggest challenge here is this. Why has the county government actually come in and do something permanent? The county government has been there. I mean, it's been seeing these things happen. This is not the first time Gekomba is happening.
Yes.
It's been happening like forever, you know? But when it keeps on occurring all the time, and there's no permanent solution being found, what exactly is going on here?
For me, as an observer, and I think the most glaring aspect of what has happened today is the fact that we've been hearing this for decades.
That's right.
And there doesn't seem to be any sort of movement going forward. But even from an insurance perspective, if we were to say that now the slate is clean, what would it take from where we sit for an insurance company to come in and say this person is now insurable in terms of structures, in terms of engagement, in terms of formalization of those businesses?
Basically, first of all, whatever they set up, Peter, has got to be fireproof, so to speak, or burglar proof.
Yes.
Because those are the main things, those are the main covers that we look for. Fire protection and burglary. You know? So if whatever decisions are going to be made, can they start from there? Is it structures? If the structures are going to be made, can the structures be made in such a way that you can be able to control a fire like that?
Yes.
Even if a fire outbreak happens in your stall, does it have to burn my stall next door? You know? Can it be contained in your stall, so to speak? Because now you find if one area catches fire, everything is raised to the ground. So whatever decisions are going to be made, then they're going to be made with the issue of, can the fire be contained where it started?
So
Even
that is
structures.
materials of construction.
That's right, even the materials of construction. Whatever decisions are being made, let them be based on permanency.
Yes.
And a lot of care that there's no breakage, there's no fire spread in case of fire.
Yes.
Along those lines, everything.
Let's talk about innovation, the fact that there doesn't seem to be any insurer or underwriter in this country who has innovated so far something that can cover those ones. I don't know. Maybe you can disabuse us of that notion if it's not true. But we have seen in other almost similar sectors, for example, in the exhibitions and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
At first, they were in an almost similar state. Things have now since changed. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, good. Yeah, Peter, at some time back,
Yes.
insurance company couldn't touch exhibitions because exhibitions basically it's just like a combo, but now in a more modern way of doing it. Because you have your own stall next to someone and next to someone, and they are permanent in nature.
Yes.
So to a certain extent, there's a lot of fear for insurance companies coming in because they don't know how they can be able to contain. If you insure one stall and there are 30 and the rest 30 are not insured, then you one person, you don't even, you are exposed because you don't even control the door inside the exhibition. You don't control the fire extinguisher. I mean, even the nature of the stores as they're made I don't think they can even hold a fire extinguisher. You know, they're made of glass.
Yes.
You know? So, but they've come around that and they've been able now to insure the stalls. So now, the few companies, I hear there's one or two companies that could be looking at Gikomba, I mean, that could be insuring the people at Gikomba market.
Yes.
Well, I guess they'll have to give us a story after this.
Yes. Finally, for companies like, I'll say it, Kenya Orient, because we have seen in the past when they have been presenting a check at the Family Bank Gikomba branch, which has been raised down in the past. Maybe they're looking at having to pay out another check again. Is insuring businesses in that entire ecosystem, even the ones such as banks that are in permanent structures, deemed now as risky and maybe more expensive in terms of premiums simply because of where they're located? Because we've seen permanent buildings now catch fire, as you can see.
Exactly, Peter.
Yes. Exactly.
Because you see, insurance basically, you know it's a business. Insurance is a business. That's what most people tend to forget.
Yes.
And insurance companies, I said to a certain extent, they're out there to, as much as possible, mitigate the claims that they're going to pay. That's why they make sure that steps are taken that they ain't going to end up paying a claim. But if you find that you're actually in a location where all this is happening and the loss is total loss, then I should think even then they should think otherwise. Because there's even this issue of what can the fire traders, what can the traders in Gikomba
themselves do,
to take care of themselves? Now saying there are several ways. Apart from the county government and even the government in general should come in and help these people get some form of insurance.
It is strange that we are talking about inability to insure, inability to build permanent structures, yet this is a multi-billion shilling business that is currently going on. The traders there transact millions in a day, they transact billions in a year. Some of them are very large taxpayers. Is the informal nature of these businesses, the lack of structure, the lack of maybe even proper engagement with the authorities, part of the challenges we are seeing today?
Peter, maybe I can even add. Can't I even say that there's a short-sightedness of the government in looking into this? Because surely the government cannot be collecting so much taxes from these people and they cannot protect their businesses. It's like shooting yourself in the foot. The government should be the first person to come in and protect these people in whatever form. Whether they're going to set up a structure for them, whether as they are, they're going to protect their goods, because these people have got to come back to business and start producing, or rather start paying taxes.
Yes.
If all the traders, for example, let's take a wild guess, maybe they pay something like 100 million worth of taxes every year.
Yes.
That's a loss to the government. So the government now will have to come back again and look for other ways to fill up the tax deficit.
Yes.
You get it? So the government should be the first to get into this kind of thing to mitigate the losses. I mean, that's the nature of very good government.
Anyway, we will wait and see what the government does. Indeed, thank you very much. And just to remind, of course, Kenyans that this sector remains a lot of opportunity for innovative individuals, not just sell insurance, but to be able to provide the structures in formalization that we are talking about. Thank you very much, sir, for taking the time to talk to us.
Thanks, Peter.
Yes. Good. Now, we will be bringing you later updates on that story. Of course, that fire is still currently going on.